Welcome, everybody. My name is Michael, and today we're discussing about how more than 6 out of 10 Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and the amount of six-figure, $100,000 or more income earners who are now living paycheck to paycheck is ever so slightly increasing, from 38% to more than 45% of those earning more than $100,000 per year as of August are living paycheck to paycheck. Every single paycheck that comes in, there we go, Friday, woohoo, I got paid, it goes to bills. That's what happens. And I am one of those. I'm not making $100,000 a year, but I am living paycheck to paycheck. And supposedly we're supposed to make $100,000 next year, but inflation is also happening. So my rent, for example, from $1,300, it will be increasing to $1,375. May not seem like that big of a jump. Most rent does increase steadily every year, unfortunately. That's how inflation works. But $75 means suddenly I'm losing $75 every single month for 12 months. For 12 months, that does add up. And if you think about every single other price increase, suddenly a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there, it is a huge sum. So even just the rent increasing, my math's not the best here, so 75 times 10, $750, plus an additional $150, $900 for that year just for rent increasing. Well, what happens if gas prices continue to increase? There goes another couple hundred. What happens if, for example, food prices continue to rise? Or every single thing that you're using, from electronics to retail to going out, getting your hair cut, everything continues to rise ever so slightly. Before you know it, you're spending an extra $2,000 to $4,000 every year, which hopefully you're getting a pay increase, but in some cases the pay increase is not enough. And for those who are making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, or even worse, minimum wage, and you've got a family to support, I don't know how you do it. It's crazy. You need stimulation from the government. You need economic welfare. You need help. And unfortunately, not everybody gets it. And for those who are making just above the limits, they won't get any help, but their taxes are hard on them. They've got bills to pay, and before you know it, you need to pick between necessities, not even luxuries. A luxury is being able to go to the grocery store and not think about what the bill will be. And after you make those groceries, you don't have to worry, hey, I can actually afford this, but I can afford it if I use 5 different cards, and hopefully the line behind me doesn't get too long, because then it'll be awkward. So I've had many weeks where I've been living paycheck to paycheck, and not even, because I've been negative so many weeks in a row, without support from loans, from personal loans, from managers who were able to loan me out, from friends and family. I would not be able to do, from my wife, I would not be able to do what I have done, which is survive. That's it. Not living a very luxurious life, and I'm still grateful, and I know that I'm privileged compared to many others, and it could be always worse, but it's just crazy, and it does make me feel a little bit better that, hey, at least those who are making more than me are also struggling. But I also feel that a small percentage of these Americans are making $250,000 and living paycheck to paycheck, like this one article I read, where I'm sorry, if you're making $250,000 as an individual, even as a family, but as an individual, and you are living paycheck to paycheck, something is profoundly wrong there. Either your rent is insanely expensive, which in that case you can move down. My rent is for a studio. It's nothing luxurious. It's not in a great neighborhood. It's in a decent neighborhood. Nothing bad, but it's nothing special. The toilet's kind of broken. The cabinets are broken. There's a couple things that definitely need renovation. So purchasing power is decreasing. Credit card debt is increasing. And for those with bad credit, tough luck. You can't get another credit card. You can't get a credit increase. That's it. I am trying to rebuild my credit, but I will tell you it would be so much easier if I could just have a $5,000 credit card limit, because instead of having to take out personal loans, which give you a much higher APR, I'd be able to just pay off a credit card, and that's fine. And I'm doing just fine with the credit cards I have. One now has a $1,000 limit, so it is getting better. But some jobs are even decreasing the amount they're paying. They're going bankrupt. For example, BlockFi recently went bankrupt as of today, and they shut down their subreddit. And it's crazy what's happening right now. So it's a tough time ahead for us, but the holidays are nearing, and I'm excited for what's there to come. If you are making $100,000 and living paycheck to paycheck, number one thing is budget. Number two thing is pay off the higher interest debt and loans that you have. Most likely you have that. Number three thing is if you're still struggling, make more, get a better paying job. It is what it is. But I cannot wait to get out of my debt, and things will get slightly better. Unless it's medical debt, which I am finally purchasing health insurance, which still isn't going to cover everything, but hopefully things get better. It's just a very interesting article. Warms my heart a little bit. No, it doesn't. I wish things could be better. But when everyone else was living, 10 years ago and things were getting a little bit better, that's my hope, that things will get a little bit better after the crisis, right? I hope, please. Well, anyways. And if you have any advice of what to do, please write it down in the comment section below. You have a good night. Take care.
Welcome, my friends. Today we're going to the Christ Kindle Market. So today we're attending the Christ Kindle Market right across the street. It's one of our first times actually walking through Chicago.
Finally.
And it is loud, got protection in, but we were looking forever for a public bathroom, couldn't find anything. Dunkin' Donuts closed, Starbucks closed, McDonald's bathroom closed.
And we had to buy a beer.
And we had to buy a beer at this lobster place, which was $7, and the lobster bisque was $13 and a lobster roll $23. Probably good, but right now we're heading to the Christ Kindle Market, and I'm definitely a fan of Thanksgiving and Christmas. No pomysł. Picasso.
I don't see it.
No, ten wielki.
I know, but it's there.
Widzisz tutaj?
I know, but...
Thanks for watching. Pretty successful. Had some fun, and yeah, guys, have a good night.